Hello again, peoples of the internet. It's me, Marchman98, and I'm back in Minecraft Xbox 360 Edition to show you a new redstone invention I have created. So this is an orbital drop respawn system, as I like to call it, and there's a nice sunset. So basically what this does is you spawn here if you're trying to do some sort of like battle PvP sort of map thing. And then you choose your class, and then you get all the stuff you need, and then you get dropped all the way down to the floor, which is very distant. Because they have a new update in Minecraft Xbox 360 Edition, which makes the world height much higher. So now you can fall for much longer, so you get fall for enough time to put all your stuff on, and like equip all your stuff when you get it. Anyway, so it looks very complicated. It was complicated to build, but really, it's just because I had to figure out the stuff. I had to duplicate this thing 4 times, and that didn't take that long anyway. It wasn't that bad. I have one thing that has to be different for each of them, or for 2 it has to be different to the other 2, because of some weird thing that happens with one of the systems I used. But I'll get to that later. Anyway, I may as well actually go and choose a class. So, you got assault, you got heavy, you got sniper, you got scout. And I fell through the wall. Alright, so there's a hole in the bottom which I should have probably not fallen through, which is really dumb. That looks really cool though. Yeah, this is just a hole where if none of the classes, I don't know, if you don't want to spawn with anything, you just fall through that hole. Although I didn't really want to spawn with, you know. Right, so let's go for heavy. Doesn't use the arrows, or bows and arrows, so that makes it far less complicated, because all that is drop down and get your stuff and then leave. The actual arrow system, however, is way more difficult because that involves, since there's no droppers, and in Minecraft Xbox 360 Edition, and even a dropper would only drop 1 hour at a time, so I have to have a different system for that. Also, scout and assault have bows and arrows. So basically, when I get into this one, I'm going to go into this one then, and you'll see sort of how I did the arrow thing. Down here, and these fire at this fence thing. I got my thing as well. Bow, sword. I got these dispensers around me. I got my bow, arrows repeatedly, and wait, and then I fall. And that was a bit weirdly. Oh no, that's because it fell through the thing. It's fine because I got it. You'll always get stuff. And then you fall through this thing, which is basically 2 blocks of water, which slows you down enough because 2 blocks of water is things you survive from any drop. And then you fall through here and you live. You walk out. So that's how you survive the drop as well. You could. I was thinking of giving you potions and stuff that could help you survive, but there were no really strong enough ones to help you survive for that long a drop. But I had to spin because that keeps me straight up. Right, so that's how. Well, that is what it does. So now I'm going to show you how it works. I just want to go through. I'm going to sniper, which is, I think it's that one. Some crazy. Yeah, no, I'm not crazy. Well, you know. Right, so first thing that happens is obviously you step on the pressure plate. This is what pulls this back and does the rest of the stuff. So the first thing is pressure plate, and that goes down to the system down here. That does that, which is 1, 3 ticks, and that dispowers this, which powers that, which dispowers these, because this block is no longer This block is no longer powered, so these pull back. Whereas since this block is no longer powered, this is powered, or this can be powered. So that means it sets up these redstone lines. That'll be later. Well, not much later, but you know. So this pulls back these 2 pistons, which are both like this is a glowstone one. The one above it is this red block down here. So the floor goes away, and then as soon as that happens, from some other system, which is over here, another floor gets put underneath you, which is from this one, just as soon as you fall. Which I'll get to because that's actually one of the last things that happens in the system. So first thing happens is first thing I'm going to say that happens because things happen multiple times. But let's say the first thing that happens is, god damn, what I'm trying to do. Okay, so this is the first thing. Nope, no, it's not. This happens at the same time as this one, though, by the way, because there's another one on this side, so this happens as well. God, it's complicated. Right, so this does this and this. But this one, let's go to this one first. So this one This is a super fast, well, it's just a tick, so it's a 1 tick pulse. This is a very quick machine that can be in a straight line, so it powers that, and then that goes up straight away, so it just gives enough time to power that for 1 tick, and that pulls that back down again. So that 1 ticks this, which means it puts the block there, which means this powers the block there, and then this powers this thing here, which pushes forward, making a redstone clock. It's with the faster redstone clock you can make it in this way. Then that powers this dispenser, which is full of arrows, and this dispenser as well, because it powers that block, which powers the dispenser, which is full of arrows as well. And that's what does the thing at the back with the fences. Another fence which is here, and that's what shoots arrows into those repeatedly, and then you can pick them up and standing here. Because you can't like drop arrows, and you have to drop a lot of them or give the person a lot of them. So that's the way of doing it there. So as soon as you step on this one, you fall down, but also the system is triggered, so that does that, and then that pushes down. So this is that pushes that into place, and then the arrows start firing, and then also this happens, which is basically this is the floor system I mentioned earlier. So this pushes the floor in place. Some of these timings are weird because sometimes it wouldn't do it, or sometimes it would do it too fast, and sometimes it wouldn't do it at all. But it's just weird how this worked. I guess there's a lot of stuff going on. So the Xbox edition is weird. I'm not sure if the computer edition would do the same thing. But yeah, I'd have 2 for this, which gives you the perfect timing anyway. But it just makes it so it doesn't do the thing I think it might have done otherwise. Doesn't matter. Anyway, and then the other thing that happens is this powers this, which goes all the way down there, and there's dispensers here. So this will power this dispenser, and then the next dispenser is down here, and the next one is here, so there's all 3 here. For some reason, if I did any higher or if I had a direct signal into it, it would just fire it twice or more, which is strange. So this is actually the only one that really worked, the only way of setting it out that really worked without firing like 56 bows at you, or whatever. So that's the best one for me. I don't think it's a better way of doing it. So that's how it fires out all the other stuff, like the armour, the bow, which is enchanted, because I thought if you're a sniper you want a better bow, and more arrows as well. This one's got 2 arrow things, the other ones don't. So it fires more bows, no, not bows, better bows, more arrows, and it has this sword come out of one of these, so you get a pretty rubber sword. Anyway, that's just how I decided to do the classes. You can do the class however you want. I have some with the potions as well, but the thing about potions is you'll have to delay this. So you have to delay the time it takes for this to get down here, so the potion will actually splash on you instead of splashing on the floor below you and then you fall in. Which means you'll have to delay the same thing down here, because I made it symmetrical because it looked prettier, but it's really just pointless making it symmetrical. Anyway, I did, so you will also want to put one down here if you're trying to delay it for potions. That's what you want to do. I have one with potions. Heavy gives potion of slowness, Scout gives potion of swiftness. That's what I did. So I think I've explained all of that, I think. And then this obviously pulls back. Oh wait, no I haven't. So this part here, this is powered, the same way this is powered. So that powers this for a second, it goes along here, takes a long time, so there's a crap ton of these things. Also don't move this, I first had this here, but that just means it powers that quicker. So just here, I don't know. There's a lot of reasons things were adjusted and moved and changed. This is the perfect way I found. That goes in here. And then finally, after a long time, this pushes down. That's a 1 tick. No, it's just a normal pulse because it goes that was good sound effects. And then it pulls this thing up, and that stops. That pulls this thing back and stops that from being pushed out. So it pulls in again. And therefore you fall, and this stops shooting arrows. That's how that does that. I'm not sure if I explained it well enough. I think I did. I'm not sure what else there is to explain really. The other ones, so I explained the thing about if you had like a heavy potion, if you had a potion you'd need to delay it more. But also, this is the thing I need to tell you about as well. The thing about my 1 tick pulse thing is that it only works at a certain, like, I don't know, X or Y axis, I guess, if you want to use fancy terms. But I don't know which one it is. But it will work this way. So across this axis, I don't know what I'm trying to say here. But so it'll work that way and then that way, but it won't work this way and then this way. So I had to make it so it turns that way, so it goes across this axis. Not sure if I'm using that word properly in this context, but it's fine. So it goes right this way. So it always has to go right this way. That means all I did was really just move this and move some of the system as well. But it still has the same timing and stuff. It still works in the same way, it's just moved. But yeah, that's what I did there. So the system is right around, because otherwise it won't work, and I don't know why it doesn't work. I'm glad it at least works in one way. But yeah, so that's the system I came up with that only works in one direction. That's great. Anyway, yeah. I'm not sure what else to say. There's the thing down there. I guess I could do it one more time. Or, actually, got an idea. I have a set up, actually, thing to do this. So I can press a button and I can show you what happens as it's happening. Press that, pull that back, and do that, and that pushes it down. Then this starts firing. This does this. Seeing this happen, also these ones fired already. And this one goes there, and then this pulls that away. I mean, this pulls back, and this one also there pulls back, so all the stuff falls out, and you with the stuff. I don't know if that helped at all, but I thought it looked pretty cool. Do it again. I obviously have only a certain amount of stuff I can put in the dispensers, so there's only like 9 times you can really do this for getting all the stuff. But yeah. Again, and that's down there, and then this is doing that. And yeah, so that's that pulls that there, and that's basically how it works, and then pulls that down. So yeah, I'm not sure what else to say about what this does. This is entirely what it does, actually. So yeah, this is basically the contraption, and it took a long time to make. Really, I was just figuring out the system here and how to do that. It's not very difficult, really, but I mean, there's quite a lot to it. I think I explained it well enough. I went through all the main stuff and how that works. Yeah, and it just drops you to Earth, so you can fight or do whatever you want with the loadout you chose. This time I'm going to be, I want to show one with a potion, so I put it on. Gives me weapons here. Also, I made the potions better so they last longer. I'm just adding to my arrows now. This one gives the same amount of arrows because it's got a double thing. I fall, and I have sword. If I stay perfectly still, by the way, because if you move, you don't really make it. Then you land the one that's meant for you, the scout, because I've got a scout thing now, and then you run out. So yeah, I thought it looked pretty cool. This is the one for the middle one if you don't have anything. It's still high up, it's still not high enough for you to not see it, so you can still see it in the sky, but it looks pretty cool. So yeah, that's the orbital drop respawn system, or whatever I called it. That was it, right? Yeah, it was. It's a long way up. Yeah, and this thing down here is pointless to make it look slightly cooler or weirder or whatever I thought of when I made this, and that's the useful down there. So that's it. Quantic pulse leaves a thing. This happens, stuff does things, and then you fall with all the stuff you need. Yeah, right. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. I know I thought it was a neat little invention. Well, little is a stretch. I thought it was a neat invention that I just thought of because I don't know. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah, see you later.